Welcome to GI Reviews. I'm your boy, The Ruckus, and today we're going to take a look at another offering from G.I. Joe Classified Series, number 173. It's a two-pack. First time that this guy, one of them, has been in a two-pack. And I'm talking about yours truly, Sergeant Slaughter. And he is joined side by side with Felix, Mercer, Stratton. They got him down there as that. Didn't give him any respect for his rank. He is also a sergeant for those that didn't know. And I looked it up. I'm not trying to act like I'm a know-it-all. You guys who rock with me know full well that I'm not deeply versed. I've only got rudimentary knowledge of G.I. Joe. So I try to look things up so I can at least come off like I know what I'm talking about. Felix is a small arms armorer. He used to be down with Cobra, from what I understand, and his first appearance was in the '87 G.I. Joe the movie, part of Slaughter's Renegades. And I believe we're actually going to get some more Renegades later on, like next year, I'm assuming. But that's then. We're talking about now. We have got this two-pack. You see that they seem to be chock full of accessories, so the loadouts are going to be all of that. I said already it was number 173. You see that there at the top. On the side here, we have the attributes and the useless QR code. The other side, we have some nice artwork of both Sarge and Sarge, meaning Mercer. And on the rear, we've got some banging toy photography of them both, looking pretty good there. I love that that backdrop. It's looking awesome. It looks like they're being flanked from above from Cobra. If I'm not mistaken, those are trouble bubbles. So yeah, we've got the three thumbnails showing various things, tattoos, different covers. That's hats for the uninitiated, and that third one is showing an ammo bandolier or strap. Pretty cool. Get to the front so we can get one last look before we get these two out and about. I figured I'd show them off in the clamshell because it's a pretty nice and neat way of displaying, of showcasing their accessories, and they both have pretty substantial loadouts. We'll start with Sergeant Slaughter. On his person, he has the campaign cover and his shades. He comes with an additional head sculpt. He's got two different types of covers. You see right there, he's got his rod, his staff, his stick, his sidearm, a nice silver revolver with a white pistol grip. And then we've got three business end weapons of different calibers. And then right here, his knife, which is bigger than Mercer's. Yeah, Sarge's got to have the big stuff. Looks like that. And he's got three other, he's got another pair of hands. These are mirrored to what he's coming in package with. And he has a saluting hand down there. As for Mercer, he also has an additional head sculpt. He comes with shades, his sidearm, and a suppressor. He's got two long-range projectile weapons, a backpack. There's his knife, as I stated earlier, smaller than Sergeant Slaughter's, and he comes with an additional set of fists, which, and we'll check them out later, weirdly enough, they are bare, whereas the fists that he comes with, the hands that he comes with out of packaging, are gloved. We'll start off with Sergeant Slaughter since we've played this game 2 times before. Technically for me, only once. I did review number 53, the first Sergeant Slaughter to come out, and I never reviewed the second one, which was 124. That was the Mad Marauder version. I never did get around to reviewing that guy. but I can tell you that we do have some differences with this version. There, obviously, it's a different paint deco with his uniform. He's got torn sleeve shirt as opposed to we'll call him a wife beater shirt, and so we do have those differences there. He's wearing he's got the camouflage, the khaki, the camouflage trousers, as you can see there. He also has another accessory that I didn't mention because it was in package. His bandolier is loose and can be removed, of course. One of the differences between this Sergeant Slaughter and the other two versions is that the other two versions, he came with his whistle, but it was an accessory and it was hanging off of his neck. He's got the whistle, but it's part of the sculpt, and the necklace part does come off when you remove it because it needs to be able to do that, because we do get another head sculpt as I showed earlier, and which is cool because you don't want to always be posing and displaying Sarge with the whistle in his mouth. This is more so for when he's directing his students and training people is what that's good for. So you got to keep that in mind. Looking up and down, there's that very nice camel pattern on the trowels, and then he's got the brown boots, pretty cool. And on the rear of his belt, we've got grenades. They're painted green, so that's pretty cool. You see he's got the holster and the knife sheath. On his right arm, he's got, I'm trying to see if it's probably a compass and, or a combination compass watch there. No paint apps to distinguish anything like that. And then he's got a wristband of some kind on his left arm. So looking pretty cool. Nice pouches and stuff on that on that belt there. Another difference with this Sergeant Slaughter versus others is that he is, for the first time, completely pinless. So I don't mention the pins as much as I used to anymore, but when we get a repeat character that once had pins and is now pinless, I think that bears mentioning. So that's cool. He's got the standard G.I. Joe articulation, so I'm not really going to go over that. We've seen that a million times ad nauseum. What I will do is make our boy here look more like how he's supposed to look, meaning I'm going to put his shades on, which was separate this go round and not on him, and place them on his and then, excuse me, I said they were separate. They were not separate. They were actually on him. I'm speaking dyslexic. Y'all got to forgive me. They were actually on him in packaging, and but they're not a part of the sculpt, which I'm happy for. Of course, that makes putting them on his face and getting them to be straight a little bit of an issue. And his campaign cover was also part of that. So when you squeeze the campaign cover on his head, it kind of sort of pushes the shades into place so they don't look lopsided. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got his knife. As I showed, he gets the bigger one, and we'll stick that in the sheath right now. And then we'll get his this beauty right here, his silver, his nickel, I'm going to call it nickel-plated 6-shooter. Pretty cool. And that's going to go in the holster over here. Stick that in there. And that is basically how you equip him. Of course, when he has this look, He looks like he's actually drilling, so I'm going to give him his baton. And I believe that was the word I was looking for earlier and couldn't think of it, but I know it now. It finally came to me off camera, so forgive me for that. Of course, now this is going to be problematic putting it in, more than likely. Hopefully I can get it in by the time I run out of things to talk about. Know what I'm saying? So we looks like I'm about to run out of things to talk about. Nope, I got it in there, kind of, sort of. So there it is. Bend his arm a little bit and turn the hand in so the baton can be seen. And there he is. That's the Sergeant Slaughter we all know and love. Here's Sarge with his utility cover on. That's a good look for him. I'm going to load him out with two of his weapons. We're going to have, of course, his service weapon right here, and the standard issue in the military, removable magazine. So we've got that. It also has a grenade launcher. They both have portholes in there so you can apply blast effects. And I'm also going to have him brandish this doozy. I don't even know what to call this. This is banging, though. All of you weapons aficionados, let me know down below what this is. What's the official designation for this weapon? Oh yeah, I like this look. I truly believe I'm going to be displaying this version of Sergeant Slaughter with the utility cover. Here he is with his other cover, the name of which escapes me momentarily. Of course, I'll get it probably between takes, but he looks good this way too. But I have to say this, and this is just my opinion. No matter how you display him, he's got to have those shades on for the entire look to just be it. And this weapon, of which I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Looks like it goes perfectly with Sarge when he's wearing that beret. See, I told you I'd get it in between takes. But yeah, this has a removable magazine as well. Get it back in that port. And it also comes with a suppressor that you can attach. It has a porthole in it, the suppressor and the weapon itself, so you can apply blast effects. Oh yeah, that definitely looks good. This is definitely, from my point of view, the best Sarge we've gotten to date. And here we have all three versions of Sergeant Slaughter that we've gotten up to this point. On our left, we have number 53. And on our right, we've got the Mad Marauders version. That would be number 124. You can see the differences in the paint apps. And, of course, I decided to sport our current version with his utility cover because I'm just feeling that. And I got him saluting Marine style, don't you know? It's Mercer's time. It's his turn. And as I stated before, he made his debut back in '87 in G.I. Joe, the movie, as part of Sergeant Slaughter's Renegades. And they acquitted themselves well by movie's end, so they were pretty good. Anyway, taking a look at our boy here, you see he's sporting the flat top, and he's got the that devil's peak going on right there in the front, and he doesn't look too thrilled right now, gritting his teeth. He's got, if I'm not mistaken, look a little bit closer. I thought he had scars on his face at first, but I am wrong about that. Still, it's a good head sculpt. He's sporting the vest, and you see this right here. It's a Cobra logo that's crossed out. Like I said before, he was down with Cobra before, and yeah, that's crazy that he's sporting that. He's got his holster there. He's a chest holster and pouch right here. in black, but we've got silver buckles. That's pretty cool. His belt, he's got a double belt. And the buckles here are a more of a duller type of gray. He's got a small bandolier of rounds. This was shown in one of the thumbnails on the back of the packaging. And that's how the belt turns out. On his arm, you see there on his left arm, he's got some tattoos. One that's right there on the elbow, one right there on the tricep. On his right arm, he's got an armband that is basically molded in black, but we've got nice silver paint even here on the rear. Gotta love that. His gloves, his right hand, he's got a longer, it's a forearm sleeve style glove. The interior is got that same gray color as his buckles. He's got fingerless gloves with padded knucks that are like almost a burgundy-ish type of color. It's not the same color as his vest. It's a little bit darker. And he has those dusters on his left as well. He's sporting just a regular short glove over here. But of course, once again, fingerless. You're looking at the trowels, blue with padded striping along the sides there. That's on both sides and on the interior as well. And he's rocking the black boots. So pretty cool. The vest, once again, is all of that. It's not as thick as Hasbro used to make them, but we knew that several months ago that they cut down on the plastic in an attempt to help with the torso articulation. It really doesn't help that much. Turning to the back of that vest, though, we have some padding here, and it's a different color. So once again, some nice attention to detail Hasbro is displaying. Gotta love that. Like I said, I'm not going to get crazy with the articulation because the schemes are similar, but it bears mentioning that because Mercer is wearing the vest, that the diaphragm or ab, whatever it might be on the middle, it is basically nullified because of the vest. So you're not going to get much going forward or back. Everything you get is he's got a ball waist swivel there, so you can get all of that, and you can get him to go over a bit because of that waist swivel. The same with going back. He can go side to side, and of course left to right. So you got that. Another thing that bears mentioning, his knife sheath, which is on his left boot, is loose, so it's going to come down, as you can see that. So that might be a nuisance for you. You may want to put a dab of glue just to secure it, if that's your thing. So that's how it goes down with our boy Mercer. Same deal with Mercer. Got his knife. We're going to put that in the sheath, which is, you see, it just slid down on me. So yeah, that's going to be an issue. Like I said, may want to consider putting a dab of glue on it just to keep it secure. But that's the knife. And then you have his side weapon. It also comes with a suppressor, and easy peasy like that. And the suppressor does have a porthole in there for effects, but I would not advise having the suppressor on when you put his sidearm in his holster. It's not practical to have the suppressor hanging all the way down there. So you have that, and then finally had to reach over, sorry about that guys, to complete his his basic look. He's got his shades, so we'll stick that on. They're more like they're kind of like the safety glasses when you're firing on the range, but yep, this is our basic Mercer look. Here he is with the neutral head sculpt, and I also this go around put on his backpack so we can see how he rocks with that. I'm going to now show him off with his two long-range weapons here. Of course, I don't know what they're called. You guys can help me out there, but I can tell you they both look nice. One has got red highlights there at the at the, I guess that would be the, I don't even know. That's not really a muscle or whatever, but you know what I'm saying. It's just trim. We'll call it red trim. And then the other one has an olive green kind of trim. See if you can see that there. Pretty good. We're going to see what he looks like with these. Here he is with the, I guess I'll call it red weapon. It should be noted that this weapons magazine is also removable. And here he is looking mean with that weapon in green. Here we have Mercer next to one of the other two renegades, known to me anyway in classified series. We've got Falcon right here, Lieutenant Falcon, and I believe we've got a Jinx figure. It's also a renegade. And to sum up this two-pack consisting of Sergeant Slaughter and Felix Stratton, aka Mercer, number 173 from G.I. Joe Classified Series. This is a good one. They both came packed with accessories. Their loadouts are crazy. This is the best Sergeant Slaughter we've ever gotten. Totally pinless, and I just love the sleeveless shirt look. And I really love, you see I got him sporting the utility cover. Like I said before, that's how I'm going to pose this guy for sure. And he's got the nickel-plated 6-shooting revolver there. Mercer, looking pretty cool. Got the 2 head sculpts. They both come with 2 head sculpts. And he comes with some incredible hardware himself. They both look pretty good. I'm happy with it. I wish I knew I wish I could describe and name the weapons. That's not my forte. I have not hidden that fact at all. I've always asked you guys for help down below with those, with the names of these weapons, and whenever I've gotten that help, it's been greatly appreciated. Anyway, that's what these guys look like. That's what these two are about. Once again, it's 173 Classified Series G.I. Joe, Sergeant Slaughter, Mercer, otherwise known as Felix Stratton, Sergeant Felix Stratton. Anyway, let me know what you guys think below. Like, share, subscribe, you know the whole 9. And get at me later. I'll talk. Peace.